Hey there, it's me again, Mike Azariah in game, Mike outside of game, and thought I'd just give you a little update on how we're doing on EVE Online right now. If you don't really play EVE Online, I have no idea why you would care to watch this video, but welcome. I'll try to keep it short and not too boring, but hey, I'm an old guy, gray hair, what's left of it, and boring is kind of what my type of people do. Live with it. Sorry, still no cat. She went and hid. Otherwise, I would have forced you to get a bigger monitor. But maybe next time. I was going to tell you a bit about EVE Online. We've had, well, let's see. Havoc came out, which is the ability for EVE players to join and work for the pirates. Needless to say, most of the EVE players went, hell yeah, we get paid to be pirates. Normally, we just do that for fun and giggles. I left a word out there. But now they can actually work, and they are working hard. They have gone out, they have found new ways to bend the rules of EVE Online, new ways to make life difficult for Concord and for other players, and have actually managed to change the security status of certain systems, driving them towards corruption, which is pretty much what you would expect a bunch of EVE players to do. So Havoc is coming out right now, making changes to the map, making changes to the game. Individual players are getting a chance to make changes to the game. I want to give a shout out to Jay Amazingness, who actually made a really big change in the game by robbing the hell out of the corporation and alliance he was a part of. Wow. That was a big theft. And just like when a casino gets robbed, they underplay how much they lost. But once the real news came out, it's like, no, this person really went all to town for it. Cool. Well done, you. Next thing is the launcher. Now, it's been available for a while. Sooner or later, you're going to be forced to change to it. And if you haven't yet, I would strongly recommend that you go download the new launcher. It's painless. It transferred all my accounts except one across, so I had to do one manually, but the rest it just shifted across. I'm already used to it. It's working well for me. And also, that's how you're going to be able to play the third point I'm getting to, which is Vanguard. Less than a week, about a week, Vanguard will be out. And if you have the system for it, the tried and true EVE players will have a chance to go out and play it. Strongly recommend it. Most of the reviews I've heard from players has been really good. I had a chance to try it. Died really fast, but that's not a surprise. Old man and not exactly what you would call FPS Twitch Prime. So if I go and play it and never stream it, it will not be pretty. You'll get a lot of views of what the death screen looks like. Maybe I'll do that. In the recent weeks, EVE actually managed to hit 40,000 people playing concurrently online. Now, if you don't play EVE or don't quite understand this, you're going, so lots of games do that, but you don't understand. EVE is one world, one universe, one server. So unless you are in mainland China, all of us were in the same game and all of us were impacting the same environment. So if you went to a place like the major trade hub, the people there were all the people who were there in the game, not in individual little shards or instances or whatever. This is one of the key things about EVE, as far as I'm concerned. Something I really want to fight against changing too much. Abyssal space I like, but I understand when people say that breaks the concept of everybody in the same space. But then again, I could make the same argument about wormholes to a certain extent. The vibes I got, that's the last thing I want to come to. So I talked about Havoc, I talked about Vanguard, I talked about the launcher, and the last thing I wanted to talk about was vibes. People ask, I can't say what I hear directly from CCP, but what I can do is tell you how I feel about it. And right now, I am really hyped for the upcoming year. A lot of what they've told us, we talked to the two producers of EVE just this past Thursday, yesterday morning. And I came out of that with a big smile on my face and really looking forward to what is coming down the pike. Now, So are I'll let you ask other CSMs as to how they reacted and what their responses were. I'm sure they've got videos out there somewhere as well. But for me, I'm looking forward to it. Some of the stuff may not come out in my term, but they're working on it. And when we do a summit, I'm going to be talking to them about specific things that are coming, whether they come before or after I finish CSM 18. Doesn't matter to me. It's good stuff that I'm looking forward to. I honestly am hoping that this game is back on an upswing, which in game dev terms doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Like games all have this climb and then slow decline. And very seldom, if you put out a new module or something like that, like WoW is seeing this, and the graphs I've seen sometimes are after each bump, the decline is actually steeper. It seems like people come in to see the new stuff and then say, oh, that's it, and then they just disappear. We're going back up. And not just because of Havoc and then spike down again, we seem to be climbing. And the valid worry that you have for a game that is 20 years old is that maybe the devs will just stop and put it onto life support and see how long they can bleed us for and enlistment fees and that sort of thing. But they're not. They're putting the foot on the gas. They're adding new modules like Havoc with whole new rules and rule systems. They're adding Vanguard, which is going to be tied very straight to the game as a whole, to the point where they are not going to have a separate Dust CSM as they had previously. It's so tied to Eve that I am actually going to be part of the representation, and we will have discussions about Vanguard as the CSM. That's how tight to Eve it's become. And that gives me hope. That gives me something to look forward to and something to represent. Now, some of you are going, you just said that you're a lousy shot and don't have the Twitch reactions anymore. Yeah, I did. Still love games like that. I still love going out and running across a landscape and shooting. And I've played a lot of those type of games, from Planet Side all the way back to the original Call of Duty and all the variants in between. Hell's Gate, man, games that didn't last more than 6 months. Tabula Rasa, that sort of thing. I like those. Firefall. I want to still represent you guys. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm looking forward to what's coming. So as far as vibe checks go, I'm on a really high vibe right now. I'm sure CCP will do something to depress me sooner or later. Not this time. I hope the same is going for you. If I don't get another one of these out before Christmas, I want to wish you Merry Christmas, because today we are into December now, so I can officially start getting Christmas stuff out. And if you celebrate, if you don't, then I just hope you have a lovely December or whatever calendar you happen to be on. The world is crazy, so are we. Let's just hope the crazy parts match up where they're supposed to. I'll try to get one more out for Christmas. I'm sorry I did not get beads in the mustache for Movember. My bad. I will try to put some sort of decorations on for the next one. Until then, skål.